Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the one and only Jason Mann!
Yep, couldn't have done without the last one, but I appreciate you so much. What's up, y'all? So, if you're new and you haven't yet had the chance to lean over to the person next to you or in front of you and go, "Who's the dude with the mustache in the middle of the stage?" My name is Jason Mann, and I've had the pleasure, the honor of having some music on the show, Supernatural. And as anyone in the biz will tell you, that if you have 10 to 12 seconds of songs on a television show, you get to do conventions for that show for 17 years. I don't know. I don't make the rules, but I'm happy to have the gig. And no, it's really fun. It's a fun gig, and y'all are always a really fun crowd. So whenever they ask me, I say yes, because I have a lot of fun. But this is my concert. This is my Q&A. This is my concert. You laughed. You did. Can't deny it. You didn't want to. You're like, that's so dumb. It's a dad joke. I'm gonna laugh anyway. I appreciate you. Hi. Did you have a question?
So yeah, how you doing, Jason? First of all.
Fantastic. Thank you for the question.
Yep.
What's up?
So it's kind of random. Have you ever gotten like a request to play at a wedding?
I have, yeah. I have played a few weddings. Do you want to know something that I'm not proud of? None of them are still together. That's not true. One of them is still together, but I didn't play solo at that wedding. I was in a duet at that wedding, and they are still going strong. But I can think of 2 to 3 weddings.
Because that was going to be a possible follow-up question.
You want me to play in your wedding?
I'm still waiting for the ring for that to happen.
Yeah.
But...
Listen, I'm in. I just, for your sake, I would ask for a duo. Ask me to bring someone else with me, and then you're in the clear. But thank you for the question. Hello.
Hi. Do you have a favorite like movie composer, like Hans Zimmer, or like a movie soundtrack that you really enjoy and appreciate?
Yes. Thank you for the question. No, I'm kidding. Obviously Hans Zimmer is like the only name I knew for a long time as far as composers go. That's good work. But when you're a singer-songwriter and you've got music that you recorded, you tend to love music supervisors. Everybody okay back there? Do we need to call any medics? Okay. So, I strangely enough, I know more music supervisors than composers, but yeah, I love the soundtracks of Braveheart. Pretty solid. And Legends of the Fall. It's an old Brad Pitt movie. Really, really good soundtrack on that one. So, anyway, those are my 2 faves. Thank you for the question. Are we sure everyone's still alive backstage? Can y'all hear that?
When the night is come, land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. In the sky we look upon, she tumbled and fall. Oh, the mountain should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. If ever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me.
Thank you. I wrote that song during the pandemic. Felt like we needed to stand. And I just missed. We were 6 feet apart from everyone. We weren't really allowed to stand by each other. So that's what came out. You know what I mean? Hi. I didn't
Hi.
really write that song.
Oh no.
In case.
We know that.
All right.
Hello, my name is Brianna, and
Hi, Brianna.
hello. My question actually is about you, because since you're a musician, I don't really know the musicians. I only really know the actors. So I want to get to know you better. So what is a fun fact about yourself?
Libra, long walks on the beach, Magnum PI, anything Tom Selleck, really. Sorry, what was the specific question you were saying?
The specific question was, what was one fun fact about you that most people wouldn't really know?
Well, I have a dog. It's pretty unique. How many people have one of those? No, I'm just kidding. I do have a dog. His name's Atticus. He's a Newfoundland. He's enormous. He's very ornery and hilarious. But I don't know. There's so many things to tell you about myself. I don't know where to start. I was born in a small town in Virginia 27 years ago. I don't know if I like that reaction. I hadn't even gotten to the punchline yet. No, I don't know. I grew up in Virginia, and then I went to college in Virginia, and then I didn't really even play music growing up. I just played sports, and then when I was in college, I started singing, just kind of randomly. Wasn't really planned, and I just fell in love with it. And so after college, I moved to Los Angeles. I lived there for about 15 years, and played music and wrote music and produced music. Started a little record label and did a bunch of cover albums with a bunch of my buddies from the show Supernatural. I don't know if you're familiar with that show, but they've heard of it. And Then I moved back to Virginia. I opened a little music venue. I've got a live music venue in Virginia called The Heist. It was in a old bank building that we kind of refurbished into a restaurant, bar, music venue. And then I opened a bookstore because I like books. Now you know everything about me. You literally know my whole life story. And thank you for that question. Hello.
Hi, Jason. My name is Annabella. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Annabella.
So I just changed my question last minute because you said you love books, and I just bought like 6 books the other day. I'm currently right now into like a fantasy series, like adventure. So I was curious, what kind of genre books are you drawn to?
At the risk of letting the cat out of the bag, since we're friends, since we're family, since we're in the tree of trust, I'm not actually 27 years old. I'm 45, and when I hit 40, I realized that it is a true statement that when you turn 40, you have 2 choices. You can either get into barbecuing or history. For some reason, my brain chose history. So I love at the moment historical, both fiction and nonfiction. So I love like biographies. I'm reading like a Chernow biography of Washington now, and his Grant biography is really good. But I also love like historical fiction. I like Ken Follett books, stuff like that. But that's what I studied in college. I have an English degree, a literature degree. And so when I got to school and I saw the stacks of textbooks that everyone had, and I was like, wait, if I pick this one, I just get to read good books? Those are my textbooks? All right, I'm sold. I'm down for that. So I have a degree in Victorian literature. Yeah, I know, that's what I say to myself all the time. Like, what? Why? But I don't know. I really love Charlotte Bronte. I don't know why. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so that's that. What kind of books do you love?
So I finished like Greek mythology fiction. I just finished a book like that. I just love anything. Like, I'm a sucker for, like, have you read The Hobbit? Like, I want a person who's never been on an adventure. I want you to go on an adventure, and I'm gonna go with you, and I'll read like the 7 books that it takes. Like, I just want to like escape into a book.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would say that Tolkien is probably, I would credit him or C.S. Lewis with like instilling in me the love of a completely fantastical realm that doesn't exist, that I want to live in for weeks at a time. So yeah, I feel you on that for sure. Thank you for the question.
Well, I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up. A song to sing or a tale to tell, something to love, it'll serve you well. Well, I was born in a tiny southern town, and I grew up with all my family around. We made music at the Heist on Friday nights. Old men with old guitars smoking Winston lights. Old women harmonizing with the wind, singing softly to the Savior like a friend. They taught me how to make the chords and sing the words. I'm still singing like that gray speckled bird. I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up. a song to sing, or a tale to tell, something to love, it'll serve you well. Tonight we're lying on a blanket in the yard. The wind is cold, the sky is dark, and the ground is hard. But your mama loves to count the stars at night. So if I get a little chill, then that's alright. I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up. A song to sing, or a tale to tell, something to love, it'll serve you well. Well, you were born on a hot, late summer day. We turned you loose and tried to stay out of your way. I don't quite recognize this world that you call home. Find what makes you happy, girl, and do it till you're gone. I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up. A song to sing, or a tale to tell, something to love, it'll serve you well. Something to love, it'll serve you well. Something to love, it'll serve you well.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Is it your birthday?
No.
What's your sash say?
It says Queen of Love and Beauty. Last night at
Congratulations on your queenship of love and beauty. Much deserved.
last night at Medieval Times with Richard Spade, I was crowned Queen of the tournament. So.
As you should be. Well done. Thank you for blessing us with your presence today. Do you have a question, m'lady?
Yes. Well, first of all, I wanted to tell you that that I truly enjoy all your stage hits.
Thank you.
I've missed a few of them because they're at odd times, or
How dare you?
I know. I feel horrible when I miss them. It breaks
So,
my little heart.
if anybody doesn't know what she's talking about, there's a website called stageit.com, and a lot of the musicians will play shows on there, and so we'll go live from wherever we are, usually our living room or a studio or something, and people can go online to stageit.com and buy a ticket. We're going live Monday morning, I think like 10 o'clock. Billy and Richard Spade Jr. and myself are all going to go live on Stageit, so feel free to tune in. That's a warm-up, because Monday night we're playing in the city at the Mercury Lounge. So come on out and join us if you feel like seeing some music on Monday night. I know that none of my shameless self-promotion was the reason for your question, but I thank you for the opportunity.
That's quite all right. That's all. That's my purpose. I was wondering if you could play Butterfly.
Play what?
Butterfly.
I would love to.
Another Monday morning, the sea of gray winter coats, briefcases trudging to work, but somehow she just floats. The train doors slide open, stern faces pile in. By the time they open, everybody is smiling. Streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how to flow. Streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know a butterfly in the city. It might be October, when the man said the sky is gray. If you get to know her, still swear that it's May. Never sure just where she's going, clear just where she's been. Every face you see is glowing, every mouth has a grin. Streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how to flow. Streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know a butterfly in the city. Everybody has a rainy day. She is no exception. But when she gets down, she gives enough light. It all comes back in her direction. Streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how to flow. Streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know a butterfly in the city. Butterfly in the city. Thank you. Now I know this world surely gives you weary. You don't leave until the party ends. Well, come on and be with me. Leave the scene, I wanna see if you and me find out just what's back behind the bed. Baby got soul. You don't have to let this world take control. Lay your head down. Baby, I know you don't have to go through life on your own. No, I know you got it so. Take a good look, lift your head up, baby. Play your drum so everyone can hear. Well, come on and ride with me, ride with me. I'll watch you change from blue to green. Do you see yourself back in the mirror? Baby got soul. You don't have to let this world take control. lay your head down. Baby, I know you don't have to go through life on your own. I know you got a soul. The worry of this weary world has fallen on your head. I know you need to go, but wound up here instead. The worry of this weary world has fallen on your head. I know you need to go, but wound up here instead. Baby, got soul. You don't have to let this world take control. Lay your head down. And baby, I know you don't have to go through life on your own. No, I know you got soul. And baby, got soul. You don't have to go through life on your own. Lay your head down. And baby, I know you don't have to go through life on your own. No, I know you got soul.
Hello.
Hi, Jason.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not bad at all.
If you could write or sing a theme song for any Marvel or DC character, who would you choose and why?
Very good question. It's a very difficult question. I'm gonna give you two answers. One, I would like to write the theme song for Thor because they've made so many Thor movies. No, I'm just kidding. I like the character, obviously, and Chris does it really well. And bless you. And I feel like, what was it, Love and Thunder? Or was that the one? Like that soundtrack was so good. Just the whole, it made the movie. And so yeah, being in that kind of realm where that, like in the early movies, the soundtrack didn't play as much of a key role, but in that one it was really forward. Somewhere between there and maybe Star-Lord, just because I like the humor with which that character is played, and it's a little whimsical and kind of fun, and I feel like that would just be a fun character to be able to do some music for, because you could kind of put a little more personality into it and kind of have fun with it, and it would obviously have a bunch of like 70s and 80s influences, which I love. So yeah, somewhere in there. Thanks for the question.
Thank you.
No, you got me leading, got me down on my knee. Wanna get in my way, got me begging, please. Never matter what I'm doing, 'cause I'll just wait for you. Oh, no, you got me down, down. No, you got me down, down. I can't leave it spinning, I drop it all when you say, yeah, you know I love my station, no better situation. got me down, down. No, you got me down, down. No, you got me down, down. No, you got me down.
Bless you.
No, you got me down.
Thank you. Who sneezed? Mom. Hell, I'm just kidding. Okay, I have a question for you. Have you ever seen the? You have a lovely sneeze, by the way. It's not offensive. It's just like a normal, you know, it's an average like that. It's a good sneeze. I have what my family likes to describe as an eardrum shattering scream of a sneeze, and it's not intentional. I do have a significant lung capacity, which I use all of when I sneeze. And I would just like to compliment your sneeze because it was pleasant. It was, I don't think either of the people to your left or right, which I'm assuming is your family? Just there? Okay. Well, your daughter and the complete stranger on your left both appreciated your pleasant little sneeze. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. Can we get a round of applause for her sneeze? It was really good. If you ever get bored, look up Will Ferrell sneeze SNL skit. It's a commercial they made for a cough medicine or like a cold and flu medicine, and Will Ferrell plays me, and Kristen Wiig plays my wife, and it is pretty spot on. And I would just encourage you, maybe if you have a minute, when you watch this video back, and your daughter's like, "He talked about your sneeze for 10 minutes, Mom." Just let that be the reminder to watch the Will Ferrell skit, and you'll really enjoy it. While we're on the subject, what's your name? Lisa. Have you been to one of these conventions before? Okay, good. I was suddenly afraid that perhaps it was your first time and your last. But thanks for coming. Hello.
Hi, my name is Jay. Teresa and I have been lucky enough to be here since 2012.
Whoa.
There's a lot of new people here.
Crazy, yeah, a
people,
ton,
so
like half or more, brand
it's
new.
been amazing to see you go through the changes. I mean, physically, you ran a marathon.
Yes, I put on some weight. Gosh,
No,
everybody.
You ran a marathon.
Yeah, we did.
And up to present day, you know, with the heist. So if you could give us some backstory about, you know, your career musically, how the show and or people have been catalysts for that.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear some of that stuff.
For sure. Yeah, I played sports. That was my thing in high school. And then when I got to college, I tried to walk on to the basketball team at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. And the coach said, "Hey, if you tried out last year, you'd be on the team. If you try out next year, we'll probably have a spot for you. But this year, we got 5 recruits, and they're probably all going to start. So we don't have a spot for you this year." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I'm walking back to my dorm room, and I'm like, well, I don't understand what people do in their day if they don't have practice and weight room and just like all of that time. just in your week, you know. And I saw a sign that was like, hey, if you want to sing, try out for this group. And I was like, I don't know, I think I can sing, maybe a little bit. I never really had performed or anything, and so I tried out for this a cappella group at William & Mary, and I was one of like two people, I think, out of 100 and some that tried out to get in, and that was the start of music for me. So pretty much everything I learned about music in general, I learned vocally. Like we learned, you know, how to break down a song into like audible pieces, you know, because you're singing the bass part, you're singing the guitar part, you're singing the piano, and I feel like it really kind of shaped my understanding of music. And so, you know, when I produce music, I'm very much, I focus a lot on the vocals. Luckily, I've got amazing musicians and great engineers and studio guys. And so I really, a lot of times, kind of followed their lead as far as the technical aspects of the musicianship. And then the vocals is really where I kind of settle in and focus. But then there came a time in Los Angeles where almost all of my work was outside of LA. Like we were traveling, we were doing conventions, we were doing shows. I would occasionally have music on a TV show, but it's not like I walk into a music soup's office and hand him the music, you know, like it's all via the internet. And so, you know, it was at a time I just had a bunch of music on, like I had music on Parks and Rec and Up All Night, Happy Endings, and Ben and Kate, a bunch of network stuff. And my wife and I just had our second child, and we were like, LA? Like we don't really need, I love LA, but we don't really need to be in LA because I don't work in LA that much. So we moved back to Virginia. And when we moved to the little tiny town I grew up in, Bowling Green, Virginia. And when we got there, it was really kind of sad, you know, like I grew up in one of those white picket fence, Mayberry type towns, you know, like everybody knew everybody. It was busy. There was always people on the sidewalk and waving and stuff. And I absolutely loved it. And I was excited to be able to give my kids that. But when we got back there, it was like all the stores were boarded up and it was, you know, tumbleweeds and there's nothing going on downtown. And we were bummed about it. And it wasn't like we just had this epiphany, like, hey, we're gonna do something to fix it. But kind of slowly and surely just getting involved with the community, working with other friends of ours who had opened their own businesses. You know, my dad is in real estate, and so he and I worked on kind of rehabbing and remodeling some of the commercial spaces on Main Street, just because they were empty, and even if somebody wanted to use them, they weren't at a place where they could be used. And so it just kind of, we didn't start the wave. We were on the wave that other people started, and like the whole town kind of chipped in, and everybody was excited to get some momentum and some commerce back, and to see people, you know, using, like we have a parking shortage now, which is shocking. Like that, you know, a town that had tumbleweeds rolling through it now has a parking shortage, which is super annoying when you're trying to find parking space. But I try to remind myself of what the other option is, which is there's ample parking and no one to park there. So we had done a couple things. We had flipped a couple buildings, and we had kind of facilitated businesses going in those buildings. And we had this one half of a building left, and it was in a bank. And there was a restaurant, like a lunch space that had opened in the one half of it that we had rehabbed. And this other place was just empty. And we were trying to figure out what would make sense and what to do with it. And maybe a year or two before that, I had rolled through town with Billy and Rob We have a little side gig called the Station Breaks, which is a little band. Thank you. And so we played a show in Bowling Green, but it was like carpeted floor, fold-out chairs. There's a 2-liter of Pepsi in the back. You know what I mean? It was like, it was not, it wasn't, you know, it was fun. It was very homey, very laid back and comfy, but that was kind of maybe what planted the seed a little bit. I was like, man, that would be really cool if we just had a stage, like a place to play when we come through town. And so, yeah, when we had that half of a building left and it wasn't really conducive for any obvious purpose, I was like, you know, I think a little music venue would go really well in here. And kind of before I could convince myself what a terrible idea it was to open a music venue in a town of 1,200 people, we just jumped in and made it. And that was also during the pandemic, so it was the most nights I've spent in my own bed in 20 years or something. So that was really like a fun, creative project for my wife and I while we were sitting at home doing nothing. So that was kind of what we did every day. And it's really neat. It's a fun spot because when you go in there, you can tell that there was a lot of thought and time and effort put into it. And it's really because it was just, there was people sitting around for an entire year going, you know what would be cool? You know what we should do? Oh, I went to this one place and it had hooks to hang your purse on, or it had whatever, or we could have a secret passageway opening library door that goes to the green room for the musicians. I mean, just stuff that doesn't make any sense to do it, except that we were very bored. So anyway, thanks for the question. That's the Heist. So come by and see us anytime.
Amazing venue.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Intermission.
Thank you guys very much for, next time.
Question?
I have a man's cave tomorrow you could come to and ask your question. Bye. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. That was really fun. Right now, you have the opportunity for intermission. This is a lovely time to go to the merch room and buy one of Billy's solo albums or one of Loud and Swain's 75 albums.